Are you worried about the upcoming recession in 2023? It's never too early to start preparing and making sure your finances are in order. Let's dive in. 10. Keeping your expenses under control. Every day in our lives, events and actions require spending money. But one thing we forget is that the economy is constantly going to be strong. Hence, the more reason you should control your expenses. Generally, no one can predict when or how an economic downturn will happen, so it's safe to ensure that you don't squander all your money as you make it. One way to effectively control your expenses is putting a lid on buying anything for a while and ensuring you sort out your interest. If you have high interest debt on credit cards or loans, try to pay it off as soon as possible. Plus, the earlier you sort out those interests, the better for you. Now, one question you need to ask yourself is, how do I achieve this? To begin with, consider consolidating all of your credit card obligations onto credit cards with an interest-free period of up to 34 months. If possible, avoid taking on additional debt and make sure you're spending only what you can afford each month. This advice is something that everyone should make part of their lives. Flashy things are exciting and good, but when you can't afford them, leave them. Later, when the economy is much more stable, you will be able to afford it. Talking about controlling your spending, one way to help fulfill this is by staying indoors and reducing your outgoings. 9. Reduce your outings. Many families will be forced to tighten their belts due to the cost of living problem if and when a recession comes around. Now is the moment to take action, particularly if you still need to take a critical look at your money. The economic downturn has no friend nor foe, affecting all the rich and poor. But you know who it wouldn't touch? Those who save enough money. Few people are aware, but even small purchases, such as a $3 coffee, may quickly mount up and take a huge chunk of your finances if made regularly. It could be useful to sum up your expenses and calculate how much you save each month or even over a year, and work towards reducing how much you spend when you go out. This strategy will help you save money for yourself and your family when the economy crashes. Now, how do you implement this? One way is by writing down your income and all your outgoings to help you put things into perspective. Now hold on, we're not suggesting you forgo all luxuries and never enjoy life, but this is a good moment to consider where your money is going. Reduce your outgoings to save for a financial cushion during a recession, but if that doesn't work, you could try emergency funds. 8. Establish an emergency fund. It's usually a good idea to have an emergency fund equal to 3 to 6 months' wages in top easy access savings accounts. You may get it whenever you need it, particularly in a bad economic phase. If things turn difficult, this emergency money might come in handy. But how do you even build an emergency fund? Is it the same thing as having savings? The answer is no. Emergency funds are money you keep aside in case something unplanned arises. The concept is, you don't want to touch your savings, but you still want to be able to sort out that important bill. So how do you go about it? Have a separate account when you keep some money when you need to sort out a very important emergency bill. The money in this account does not equal your savings. It's only there for extra bills and not for you to spend anyhow. Or if an emergency fund doesn't work for you, you can try to substitute by earning extra income. 7. Earn additional money. If you are concerned about the worth of your savings and how much you would have accumulated prior to a recession, then you should consider ways to generate extra money and save more now. Having many sources of income can safeguard you if one fails, so you should diversify. If you have a pair of sneakers you never wear, an outdated smartphone, or books you will never read, there's probably someone out there prepared to pay you for them. A large clear out might net you some money, and it's a no-brainer if you're selling items you won't miss. eBay is the largest online secondhand marketplace, so it's a wonderful location to get potential customers' attention immediately. Typically, you will pay a listing fee and a fee when your products sell. However, the site conducts semi-regular low-cost discounts, which attract customers, allowing you to cash out and save more. During these promotions, the cost will be limited to a certain amount, such as $1, or you will receive a discount on fees. This makes the procedure more profitable. Depending on the value of your product, it may be worthwhile to wait for the next low fee campaign. Once you have another income source, your savings remain stable, allowing you to be more than prepared for when a recession occurs. Now, if earning some extra cash works for you, then brilliant. If you have some spare cash, consider investing for the long term. 6. Make long-term investments. If you followed the savings advice mentioned earlier and still have some spare cash, consider investing. Contrary to popular belief, investing in assets such as stocks before a recession may be a smart choice. It may imply that you might find some bargains among the firms whose share prices would plummet due to the stock market turmoil. However, it is critical to research organizations that appear to be fundamentally good and are likely to rebound when the clouds lift. You should stay involved for at least 5 years, even if markets are volatile, to allow yourself time to weather downturns and enjoy the rebound. For example, if you put $10,000 into the FCL share index in May 1989 and held it until April 2022, it would have increased to $140,287. Despite years of economic turbulence over the last 3 decades, investing is also a way of having savings as well. I like to call it savings that grow. But while you're investing, it's never a good idea to put all your eggs in one basket by focusing on a small number of firms or market segments. Try to spread your investments. That way, you will make more and save more. So while you're investing, one amazing thing you could do is protect your retirement. Now, I don't necessarily mean hiring security boards to protect the banks where you have your money locked in. That would be hilarious. You have financial security for your retirement, ensuring you don't fail on your payments or try to reduce your pension. Why? Because pensions are retirement savings. 5. Protect your retirement. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. Even if times are terrible, you should resist the urge to reduce your pension contributions. If you have already cut back, start topping up your pension as soon as possible because you never know when an economic crash can occur. Many would ask, how does a pension help you prepare for a recession? Well, the more consistent with them, the more money for you when you don't have a job. Also, they can serve as an unconscious way to save money without even realizing it. 4. Avoid making rash decisions. Making rash financial decisions is never a good idea, but it's more dangerous when you do it and a recession occurs. Splurging on big-ticket products may seem enjoyable at the time, but you may regret it later if your income is pushed to the maximum. Now is the moment to consider your money properly and avoid taking large risks. If you need more clarification on the aftermath of the action, keep your money. This particularly applies to investment. It would be best if you put off major financial choices for the time being. Instead, concentrate on placing yourself in a favorable position to offer breathing room when things get rough. A good way to avoid making rash decisions is to stay on course with investments because they ensure the security of your savings. 3. Stay the course with investments. While you may wish to reorganize the accounts in which you keep your money, it's typically better to avoid making drastic changes to your investment plan during or before a recession. Knowing market charts would help you secure your money better, particularly your savings aid. Investments are like trees. They grow, and all you have to do is sit down. Ensure you monitor it regularly, and you'd be sitting on cache of wealth. So much wealth that even a recession wouldn't be able to shake you. 2. Investing in real estate. The easiest way to save or make so much money is to become a house owner. Shocking, right? Well, it is the truth. Pay close attention to inventory. The number of properties for sale in your neighborhoods. Buyers have more options when inventory rises, giving them more bargaining power when negotiating with sellers. The more you invest in housing, the more money you will have over the years. It is as simple as that. Real estate constantly appreciates. Even when a recession hits, it keeps rising. So one way to save money is by investing in real estate. There is no assurance that home prices will decline, but price gains are always certain. So pick up that cash, buy a house, leave it or rent it out, and watch yourself make so much money. 1. Consider bond investment. Unless you're a professional investor who monitors daily market moves, it's easier to profit from the huge fluctuations in the stock market caused by rising interest rates. And bond investments are the easiest way to cash out and make so much money. Bond investments are something similar to real estate. They're not unstable, and they're not affected directly by economic downturns. Yes, they're much more secure. The best way to protect yourself from the sharp claws of recession is to have stable investments. Having stable investments equals having savings, and the more savings you have, the more comfort you have when and if a recession hits. That wraps up our list of money-saving tips to prepare for a recession in 2023. But the journey doesn't end here. Check the first link in the description for our Frugal Living ebook. It's never too late to start making smart financial decisions.